Hey everyone, welcome to the Forward Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Shepard, here with my wife tonight.
Hello.
As we are jumping back into what we actually thought this would be a perfect episode to kind of finish out what we started last week, and that's answering a bunch of questions that have come in over the last several weeks. And then Carrie put out a social media blast and asked for questions, and all types of questions came in, including quite a few emails this past week. And so really care. Honestly, I think we ought to just try to finish a lot of these out.
Yep.
Maybe not be under the gun to try to get through.
We can't do all of them. There's just too many.
What do we say? 50 and 25 minutes?
Yeah, and we totally tanked.
I don't think we knew what we were doing.
No.
I thought I was even thinking, 30 seconds per boom. Yeah.
No,
tanked. That did not work.
That's okay. We'll finish them this week, and then we'll move on to a different, more
and we don't have near as many this week, which is really good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We'll jump into it.
But we do want to keep it at 25 minutes, just so we're not dragging this out.
Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't bring a timer.
Oh, that's okay. What time is it?
Well, it's okay. Look, we've got it on here. We can always just hit that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Okay,
all right,
you
awesome.
Ready?
Let's jump in. Yeah,
let's
go for
do it. All right. How do we keep the fun in our marriage?
Why don't you answer that one? I like that.
Why don't you answer that one?
You
tell me.
You're fun girl. Everybody's like, "Oh, your life is so fun." I'm like, "Oh,
wait,
I'm just
who said
boring."
that? Who said that?
Here recently.
Did they?
The Carlsons said it.
Oh,
they're
that's
like,
right.
Steve's
At
like,
dinner.
Carrie's like the fun one, the outgoing. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys. You jerk.
That was really funny. He just said it so straight faced, like it was absolute common knowledge.
I know.
He was just like, yeah, Carrie and I are the fun ones in our marriage. And you and Charity are just sitting there.
Yeah.
I did feel awkward for you. But
I
it was
didn't
funny.
feel bad when I fired him. It felt pretty good. Not just joking.
Nice.
No, for real. Go for it.
Okay.
What was the question one more time?
How do we keep fun in our marriage?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, it sounds funny to say, but I feel like you are more fun than me, though, especially when you and I are together privately. Like maybe you're not as fun with the kids. I think maybe that's what Stephen meant. I'm definitely the fun parent and you're more strict, but
that's true.
I think in our marriage, you are very fun. You have my personality down. You love that I'm spontaneous, even though you're not, and you accommodate that. You laugh a lot. You love to laugh. I think we make each other laugh.
Do you feel like I've gotten more serious as the years have gone on? Like I do feel like in family vacations and stuff, I was kind of the funny guy, and now
do
you feel like I've gotten more sober-minded as I've gotten older?
Probably, but again, I think that's like with a group. You and I alone together, you are very funny. I think we're relaxed when we're alone together. Yeah.
You're saying that
you always made me laugh today, and I was cracking up, and you're like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because you're funny.
That is true. That happened just
Remember?
today.
Yeah. So I think we keep the fun in our marriage by just being able to let things go. Yeah. And when we're alone, we can laugh. Like we laugh at stuff that's happened. We laugh at each other. Even my mistakes, like I'll get really dramatic sometimes if I get mad at myself, and maybe I'll have a temper or something, and you're like, chill out. And we kind of make it funny, and I just think we
I think we
try
keep
to
the
let
fun
it go
in the marriage too by just trying to continue to be young, not be older than we are. Like, I mean, we do a lot of exciting things and push ourselves to adventures and continue to keep the vitality in our marriage.
That's
and not
true.
just we're in our 40s now, so we'll just be like everybody else and complain about our weight and our bodies and how old we are, and our kids are older. Like we try to stay young.
We do.
Which brings in a lot of fun too.
And we push ourselves in a way like, doing stuff with our kids that maybe we really are too old to be doing, but we just do it anyways. And then it usually brings some laughs and some good memories. So yeah.
Reminds me this summer, Lois is like, come on, let's race. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go.
Notice she didn't ask me.
I got this. Oh my word. Yeah, I was sore. Just at this age, or if you don't stretch, you just get out there and run real fast. And I was over and over again, like, oh man, yeah. We are getting older.
You
that's
were
for
hurting
sure.
after that
I
one?
was.
That's funny.
Okay. Let's see here. What's one thing we wish you had known before getting married? What's one thing you wish you had known before getting married?
Boy, that's tough. I don't know. Do you have anything right off
Yeah,
the top of your head? I can't think of anything.
I wish I would have known communication better with a wife. I wish there would have been a little bit more mentorship or preparedness for being married in the communication. It's okay to talk these things out. It's okay to be embarrassed about this. It's okay not to have this perfect. When millennials got married so young, there was a lot of life that we just had not figured out yet, and or had gotten from Hollywood at the time that just was not right. And so I wish I would have been maybe taught or just known it's okay to talk to your wife about this early on.
I think I would say gratefulness goes the furthest. Like practicing gratefulness and just being thankful and grateful for little things. Marriages really are built on little things. And I think we focus so many times, you hear date nights and all this stuff, and it's really like micro moments during the day, being grateful. Hey, thanks for doing the dishes. Hey, you thank me. You thank me for stuff where I'm like, you shouldn't be thankful. I should be doing that as a basic human. But I think we both do that. We just thank each other for everything. We notice little things. You ironed my shirt. Was that this morning? It feels like forever ago. But you ironed my shirt and I was like, hey, thanks for doing that shirt. Just making each other feel like valued every single day. I think that goes the furthest. You did teach me that, and I'm not trying to be like, pump you up, but you really did. You taught me that because you are a very grateful person.
Cool. Okay. Ask away.
Okay. What's our biggest pet peeve about each other? Oh, here we go. Switch gears.
You're not very thankful.
See, you're funny.
I wish you'd be that. No, pet peeve about each other. You go first. I don't even know.
Oh, I know mine.
Okay, I know. You probably have a couple on me.
Yes.
Go.
Okay, this is so basic, but like you are the most polite person, except for when you chew gum. Why do you and one of your sisters who remain...
Poor Tamara.
Okay, you just said it. Never mind. I was going to say her name. Sorry, Tam.
Our whole family makes fun of us.
Y'all chew gum like you're trying to kill it. I'm like, it's dead.
We do.
You don't have to kill it.
It's weird. Tommy told me
Why?
today. He's like, Dad. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, son. And I don't chew gum long either.
No.
I realized if I in the driveway put a piece of gum in, I would say halfway to church, 5 minutes later, it's coming out.
Yeah.
I just don't. I
probably because your jaw is tired.
I chew the flavor right out of that thing.
I know, which is so weird because you don't chew loud like your food. You're not a rude person. Like you're very mannerly.
Yeah.
But when you and Tamara put in that gum, I put on my headphones. I cannot take it. All right, what's yours about me?
Pet peeve would probably be just finishing a task all the way through because I don't from beginning to end. I'm if I'm going to do the dishes, I'm going to do them all and be done, and none of them's going to be out like they're going to be dried and put away. And so that's the way my brain works, and yours does not work that way.
I don't. I did read that book called Finish, and I finished the Finish book. And
that was a great book.
Haven't finished anything since.
I remember asking you, did you finish that book? And you were like, what book? I said, Finish. And you're like, no.
But I did.
But you did finish it. Yeah.
It was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me ask, what is your love language and how does that play out in your marriage? What do you think my love language is?
Probably physical touch.
Yeah.
As with all men everywhere ever born to this world.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for the man for sure.
That's a no-brainer.
What is your love language?
What do you think my love language is?
I asked you first.
I like them all. Yes. Those are my love languages.
Oh, wow.
All of them.
Yeah, y'all pray for me.
You can bring me a present while you compliment me and spend time with me. No, I probably time or gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I like a little, chocolate or a little flowers or something. I don't know.
That's a boring question. Let's move on. Wow, sorry, whoever asked that. Let's go. What's the funniest thing your kids have ever done?
I don't know. What do you think?
We already told one story. I do not want to revisit that one either.
About what?
Oh, when all those college girls came over and they were like, "You said, where's your
Oh
dad?"
gosh. Okay, that was mine. That was
If you're
hilarious.
asking, like, what was it? Go back to another episode and you'll
Yes.
find it.
Oh
We
my
do not want
goodness.
to relive that one
They've
for
done a
sure.
lot of little funny things over the years. I can't really think of like
Yeah.
a major
I
one.
just saw one the other day. We had a glass table on our front porch in Beckley, and me and Tommy saw this video. Tommy's young. I think it's just him and Lois outside, and he takes this bow and arrow we gave him,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
points it right at that glass table. How it did not break, I don't know. It's on my Instagram. If y'all want to go back and scroll through, you'll find it. And I'm like, Tommy. He's like, I saw a spider.
He tried to shoot the arrow at the
Shoot
spider.
a real metal arrow almost through this glass table. And when I'm like, son, he's like, I saw a spider. He's
like-
so cute in
It's
it.
like
but
his mother. He's like, killed the
it's a
spider.
hilarious video.
That is funny. That's cute. Okay. How do we make time for our kids in the middle of ministry? Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
How to make
So let
time
me
for our
take that
kids.
one. It's something I don't think I've totally mastered yet. But I do have a wife that reminds me, hey, jump in there with the kids. Hey, the kids are going to bed. And it's not a reprimand at all, Carrie. You're just really good at kind of talking me through
Mm.
and reminding myself, oh man, I've got to spend some time with the kids. We've been in sports mode lately, so it's really cool. We're traveling to Thomas or Lois, Thomas or
Tommy,
Tommy or what I say,
Thomas or Loie.
Louis. When we go to our kids' games, the other three littles are in the car with us, and so we get to spend a lot of time with them,
That's
asking
true.
them questions about their day, how they're
Yeah.
doing. We're kind of in project mode right now, so we get to spend a lot of time with our kids. It's really just absolutely making it a priority. Family comes first,
Yeah.
so we got to make it a priority.
Yeah.
Just turn off the day, turn off the drama, and make sure we're spending that time with them.
Again, with the micro moments, people think too broadly, I believe. I really think people try to do too much instead of taking the time that they have and making it quality. Jesus was so masterful at making a lot out of a little bit. Like he could say something and condense it down and have it so meaningful in
Yeah,
just
it's
a
true.
few sentences. And the same thing with, when he taught, he was just so good at like maximizing his time.
Mhm.
And it's just the little moments. It's the little things like when Nora needs help with her piano practice, instead of saying, ask your teacher, I walk over, sit down with her, and I can help her with her piano, or, using just homework time and things like that to make it light, to make it fun for them, to make it meaningful. I saw you guys
Yeah.
practicing the spelling words the other night, and you were all three dying laughing and making a game out of it. Okay, well, we have homework, but we can use that time. It doesn't have to be sit
Right.
down and do your homework and it's miserable for them. Like, maximize your time. Any time you have with your kids, use it for connection and training.
Yeah, it's great. Cool.
Okay, how do we encourage our kids' spiritual growth?
Say it one more time.
How do we encourage our kids' spiritual
How do we
growth?
encourage our kids' spiritual growth? Actually, you could speak into this more. I would just say this: let it be very natural. Our kids are in Bible class 5 days a week.
Yeah,
They have chapel once or twice a week. They're in Sunday school, junior church,
yeah,
regular church, morning church, AM, evening, Wednesday. I mean, there's probably 12 times a week they are getting preached to.
hmm
And so I think, Care, what we've done very good is we don't have a demand. You have to be in devotions. You have to, because they're getting a lot of Bible. They're memorizing a lot of Bible. And so I love the word natural, because a lot of times I find our kids doing devotions and it's all natural. They want to do it.
We
They're
haven't made them.
desiring.
Yeah.
My dad was awesome at family devotions.
hmm
And I remember feeling very guilty. You remember for years, man, we don't have family devotions. We have family devotions. If you do, wonderful. Like, man, I applaud you. For our schedule, it doesn't work great to have another time where we're gathered around the Bible. And I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Yeah.
Just doesn't work great for all 7 of us and our schedules and the busyness and
Yep.
bedtimes and everything else. So I think we are just very natural in asking our kids questions. How you doing? You feel like you're right
Yeah.
with God? Yeah, have you talked to him lately? What are
Yeah.
you reading in your Bible? And all of our kids are really good at journaling.
Yeah.
Even Tommy the other day, or excuse me, Lois is on a roll. She has a phone now, and she has some, I don't even know the Devo app, but she's
Mm-hmm.
like, Dad, I've hit, 40 some days in a row.
Yeah.
And so she's got that personality where it's like, I got to check this off. And
She
so,
loves to be able to check that next day off.
but do you ever push her to do that?
No, never.
See, that's natural.
She
I
came to me
love
and
that.
asked for that app, and I said, absolutely. But I think something else that I'm doing right now with the little girls too is just buying them, if I see or I notice that they haven't really talked much about, reading the Bible lately or praying or whatever, we'll go to Barnes and Noble and, I'll let them pick out a new devotional book, and I'll say, let's go to Barnes and Noble and let's grab a new notebook for your Bible, or let's grab a new devotional book, or hop on Amazon and pick one out. And they love that. And look, I don't care if they finish them. It's not one of these things of like they get a new one every week, but I also don't say, no, you can't have one until you finish the last one. Like, if they get bored with something, or, they made it halfway through and then they've kind of aged out of that, Mom, it's kind of babyish and I never finished it. I'm like, well, let's pick out a new one. And it makes it exciting. And again, that's how my brain works. If I get a new notebook or something, it's exciting. So I try to keep it interesting and exciting for them. And we actually do well in the summers with family devotions.
Much better.
You do great at that. We gather around and we'll read a few verses, and then we all gather around this little bench that we have and we pray together almost daily. We knock it out in the summer, which is good because they're not getting it at school as much. So yeah, I feel like just keeping it fresh and exciting and natural.
For sure.
Yeah, that's really good. And then how do we encourage our kids? That's the same question. Moving on.
Natural.
What's one challenge of ministry people don't realize? This is a good one. Give us the scoop.
Say it one more time. What is one?
You have to start listening the first time I say it.
I'm thinking, and then yes.
What's the one? What's a challenge of ministry people don't realize?
Okay, people don't realize.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize that I had to learn this, that there is a lot of preference out there that people have made Bible or have made doctrine. I guess I never realized that even in my own self, I have a lot of preference that I push on other people and considered it absolute. This is Bible. This is God's command. This is his standard. Like, this is an abomination if you don't do this. And I think for a lot of people going in, if I could have realized early on, you're going to face a lot of unbiblical bias, it would have really helped me because I could have navigated it a lot better. And hey, that's wonderful. It's great. So let's go to scripture. Let's see what it says. Let's get context. Let's get background, and let's walk through it instead of just these arguments that were so superficial, shallow, a lot of time wasters, circular reasoning. I'm just, to be honest, now I'm just like, who cares? Oh, that's great. You believe that? Like, okay, wonderful.
Good for you.
Like, wonderful. I've got a lot of preferences of my own.
Right.
But I wish I would have realized that a lot earlier, Care, and
That's
is
good.
that there's a lot of unbiblical things that we've brought in, and we've put a rubber stamp that, bless God, this is in the Greek and the Hebrew, and it's in there, and it's just not. And it's not necessarily wrong at all. It just it feeds into a lot of pharisaical living. That I wish I would have figured that out a lot earlier on.
That's really good and so true. I think mine would be people don't realize the challenge of ministry is the pressure to notice and remember everyone. That's something that I do struggle with, and maybe a lot of people don't know this, but I don't have the best memory, and it's because when I walk into church, I've still got tabs open from getting the kids ready and making sure all of that, and it's getting easier now with the girls growing up, but for many years it's been I've been up for 3 hours just trying to get here and get 6 other people ready. And so to walk in and have someone say, remind me of their grandmother who's been sick, or just some things that I feel bad a lot about the things that I just forget to comment on. And that pressure of constantly, I just talked to that person. Oh man, did I congratulate them on their new grandbaby? Or did I, comment on how was their honeymoon? Or, and just that constant pressure to notice and remember everybody's everything it's challenging.
And it's not always easy. I guess it is very embarrassing when you don't.
It is.
It is, how you doing? And then all of a sudden it's, well, the funeral was tough yesterday. It's like, oh,
right.
Lord, I forgot. And we do that. The
Those
bigger
moments.
Your church is,
Yeah.
And when you're in the raising kids and dealing with staff, and it could be very challenging.
Yeah, that's probably, I do still struggle with that.
Okay, let's do this. How do we avoid burnout in ministry? Let me do this because we got to move a little faster. I would say just remember there are seasons. You've got really busy seasons and you've got less busy seasons. And in everything that we do, we try to build in some margin.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie and I both have looked at our calendar. We look at it often, and we know the last 5 weeks we have been gone, or I've been gone every week.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of travel, and it's been crazy, and a lot of sports. But the next 2 weeks are pretty awesome because it's just season that is not a lot of travel. Spring break will come up in a couple weeks, and so we've created that margin, and that's how you avoid burnout. The guys that tell you, oh, well, bless God, I haven't taken a vacation in 4 years, don't listen to that advice and do not try to be that person.
Yeah.
Build in margin and just realize there are heavy seasons that you're working 60 hours a week and you're stressed out and you've got a lot of preaching and you're behind on study. But just know it doesn't have to be like that. Our summers really lighten up.
Yeah.
And okay, go to the next one, Kara.
That's a good one. What's one funny or embarrassing moment from church life? Oh, I don't like these.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's
I
other
can't
ones.
remember. I block it out.
we have told 2 or 3. You've got to go back to earlier episodes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, one, I threw a ball over the platform right during preaching.
Yeah.
Super embarrassing. There's a couple that we've talked about in earlier episodes. Well,
I tripped the other day and fell in Costco right on my knee in front of a church lady.
Church people.
I mean, fell right. I fell so hard. That was embarrassing.
It was a good one, though.
I was trying to scare her. I was like running up to her and I was going to scare her. And then I tripped and fell on my face. That was embarrassing.
That was great.
How do we handle criticism in ministry? This is our last ministry one.
Yeah, go for it.
We've hit this before in some other episodes, so I won't belabor the point, but you have to give it to the Lord. You just have to, you're not perfect. No one's perfect. People criticize you. I always say, it's probably true. If you've got something to say about me, number one, it's probably true. It's, I probably did mess up. I probably did accidentally offend you. No, it wasn't intentional. If we're going to be criticized for, like you just said, standards and things like that, well, everybody has preferences.
Sure.
You have to let it roll off your back. You have to just take everything with grace and just give it to the Lord. Thanks. I'm not perfect. Thanks for your, comments. I will put them in my review box.
Yeah, it gets easier.
Trash can.
I really feel like it does get easier.
It does.
People criticized. Carrie, you brought this out an episode or 2 ago. They criticized Christ.
Yeah.
They did not like him. And the Bible says we're going to be persecuted for his name's sake. And we are. If you're in ministry, you're under scrutiny, you're in a glass house, it's going to come. And it used to eat me up. I just thought everybody had to like me, and I had to make sure everybody was okay. And I am much more free now. Just realizing, hey, brother, oh well, you're right. You're probably right. I'm not perfect, or well, we do not agree there. And so it's going to come. You cannot please everybody. No. It is, if you're in ministry, there'll never be enough. You'll always have people complaining, Carrie, we don't have enough ladies meetings. We need more ladies. We need more outreach. We need more book studies. We need more activities. And those exact people, true story, that say that will be the exact ones that do not show up to the ones that you do have. And so you just realize, look, there's no pleasing you. I'll never live up to your expectations. So really, you don't have to try.
Yeah.
Live for the audience of one. Live for Christ.
Do what you can do.
And when it does come, don't brush it off either. There's a lot of times you need to listen. Mm-hmm. I mean, I take criticism, constructive criticism, and I'll think through it. You know what, man, maybe I need to think about that. Let me pray about that and give it a couple days, let the dust settle.
Yeah.
Your flesh will eventually stop winning that battle. And you
Mhm.
might be able to go back and say, you know what, I've thought about it. You're right. I think there's some things I need to watch out for, or I
Yeah.
do need to change.
It matters who it comes from as well. That
Right.
makes a big difference.
Right.
So, and I think we did like a whole podcast episode on this or something similar because I
Probably.
remember talking about this.
We're at episode 51, so we've covered a lot of
Oh,
ground.
yeah. Okay. What's a hobby we enjoy?
Well, my turn. What is a book that deeply impacted us? I'm going to start
where's-
skipping some of these. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't tell me to go faster.
honey,
you just went on
you-
forever. I was going faster, and then you started talking more and more. So
Let me read this question.
give me your paper. I'm
Well-
going to write faster on yours.
We have to get through some of these, and some of these we've already covered
Okay,
for
okay,
sure. For
okay.
sure. So, what is a book that has deeply impacted you?
To the Golden Shore. It's a book about a missionary and what he goes through.
Ah.
It's really thick and it's an older book, but that impacted me so much because it was like this huge eye opener of, oh my word, what some people have suffered
Mm.
for Christ is just unbelievable. And it really makes you just live with gratefulness.
Yeah.
It's called To the Golden Shore. I don't
Oh.
know who the author is.
Who's the missionary about? Or who's the missionary? Who's the
I don't know. I think it was
Hudson Taylor?
no. Oh, I can't remember. I read it when Tommy was born.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's been like 15 years ago.
A blue book.
Yeah, I still have it in
I
there.
remember.
I'll have to
yeah.
refresh on
It's on
that.
our bookshelf. I
Yes.
just saw that the other day.
I just remember
I
like
have to
that's
get that out.
yeah, I love that one.
Good. What is a dream vacation? What's one dream vacation?
I want to go to Exuma.
Yeah, we just looked up
Yeah.
the other day.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
It's right off the coast of Florida.
We're going to have to start a GoFundMe page.
Donate here.
That's a good one.
What about you? Wait, where do you want to go?
Dream vacation? If it was just me and you, I'd really love to go to Europe.
Yeah.
I really would. Kids, I love the beach, obviously.
Yeah.
But I've always really wanted to go to New Zealand too.
Oh, that would be cool.
I would just, I don't know.
You want to
I'm
go to
drawn
the Hobbit town?
I do. I would love to see where
Yes.
Lord of the Rings was
That'd be sweet.
filmed.
Yeah.
Every one of those locations would be a dream for
That's
me
a good
for
one.
sure.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Europe with you and
Yes.
with the kids. It's Exuma or in Bahamas, anywhere like beach. Our kids
Yeah, it's
really
easier
love.
with the
They
kids
just
to go to
they
the
really
beach.
love.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you weren't in ministry, what career would you have chosen? Oh, this is interesting. What would you pick?
If I was not in ministry, what career?
Yeah.
So I feel like I would have followed in my dad's footsteps just in business. I remember for a little while I was
What
thinking
business?
hospital administration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because it was dad. So I was like, I'm going to be a
So-
hospital administrator too. And then he was in higher education. So I thought CEO, that type.
Yeah.
Just, I love, strategic planning,
Yeah. You'd been
setting
good.
KPIs for businesses and people. And so I thought for sure that would be, for a long time, even when we were dating, I was
Mhm.
thinking maybe that route was still going to be for me. So I think if God had not called me to preach, that's probably the direction I would have gone.
Yeah, you would have been great at that.
Yeah.
You did do a year of business school too, starting
did.
out.
Yep.
So you were on that path.
What would you?
Travel vlogger. You know that.
Yeah, you would be good at
Travel
it too.
Vlogger. I would. I love to travel and I love to give my opinion.
That's good.
So I would make videos about where to go.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Mary, the mother of Christ.
Oh, that's a good one.
What about you?
I mean, obviously, everybody's going to like, you wouldn't pick Jesus, So,
No, I wouldn't.
oh, well, sorry, everybody.
Because when we go to heaven, I feel like that's when I want to focus on Jesus. But
Yeah.
down here on earth, I would talk to his mother.
Yeah.
Like they're just as a human mother,
Yeah.
I just feel like it would be super cool to just see like what all
historical figure
she went
Yeah.
through. What about you?
Boy, I'm gonna probably say David from the Old
For
Testament.
real?
I would love to sit down with
Yeah.
him. And New Testament, I mean, yes, great. And then all the way through, up until now, there's a lot of presidents I think would be awesome. But just to sit down with the man who was called, who had, the heart of Christ would be
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
that would
Pretty
be really
awesome.
good. Anyone from
amazing.
the Bible would be so fascinating.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
I can't wait.
I
And
know.
we're gonna be able to do that one day, which is
know.
gonna be great.
What's
Okay.
it?
Let's finish it off here. Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
You poked me. I saw you.
I was just seeing if that would hurt. What's a hidden talent that we have? What's your hidden talent?
Oh man,
do you have a?
I don't think I have a hidden.
Gum chewing.
That is
perhaps?
so sad. Well, I've never been asked that, and I. Oh my word, Kara. Yeah, honestly, I don't think like nobody knows this, but
you can't like play the harmonica or anything.
Yeah, no, I can't play instruments.
Can you cook?
Talent.
No, you can't cook. Well, you can grill things really well.
Yeah, but
that's not hidden.
Oh my word! Now I feel so sad. Y'all, let me come back. Let me pass on this question. I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to come back. What's yours?
I have lots. I'm really freakishly good at skee ball, and you know this.
You kick. I don't think I've ever beaten you.
I'm good at skee ball. That's really sad. I love skee ball.
Yeah, we got to hit up Chuck E. Cheese here soon.
We do. It's been too long.
It has been.
Yeah.
You want to go tonight?
We should.
Let's roll in. What time we got?
Let's do it.
Oh, we lose an hour of sleep.
Oh, never mind. That's a bad night. I'm a super fast reader. Do you remember the commercials where the guy would take the book and do his hand like this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can't do that. Not that, but I can burn through a book super fast, and I do comprehend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little talent.
Me so mad. That's true.
That's a fun one. Oh, I had another one. What was it? I can't remember. Do you have anything?
You're so talented. No, I still don't have anything because it's been 30 seconds.
You can clap super loud.
Oh, my word.
Your clap is like thunder.
How sad am I? Y'all want to hear my clap?
It is. You and your dad can like.
Oh, my word.
Okay.
Last one. Here we go. What's one bucket list item that you want to check off?
Oh, bucket list item. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I want to bring you to Thailand. That's a bucket
travel.
list. Not just travel. I actually have been there for many times, and I want to bring you.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I want to take you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. What's yours? Let's
bucket list. Man, I don't have a good one. I didn't prepare this, but I would like to be able to secretly donate a lot of money to something and no one know it was me. We've made donations before in private, but big. It'd be fun. Someone needs something that's $30,000. Just something that for us would be insane to be able to give. I would love to do that.
That would be,
and no one ever knows, and everyone keeps talking about it, and I'm like, oh, it was me, and you didn't know. That'd be so much fun.
You're so awesome, Kara. That's really cool. Sweet. I'm always like, yeah, let's give, but we want our name on the building. We're gonna give towards this. We're so Baptist. I want my name on that pew right there.
Yeah, put my little gold plate on the brick.
That's sad.
That is sad.
Oh my word. Well, cool. Well, hey, we got through all of them, and hopefully we're caught up for a little while. Make sure you tune in next week. We've got some really cool episodes coming up that we're excited about. So hope y'all have a great week, and we'll catch you next week.